Qualify for mental health pretrial release, I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $500. Condition of your bond that you have no contact with the victim, maintain a separate residence from the victim. You may not allowed to possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You're to maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you, ma'am. Have a great day.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Theodore Leal, Spanish interpreter. The interpreter has not been sworn yet, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Laurel. Mr. Royale, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear you'll translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English to the best of your ability, so help you God?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. Theodore Leal for the record.
Mr. Royale, this is Judge Bain. I'm calling from the BRC, and I have a defendant with the headsets on. Can you see if you can make a connection?
Ahora sí lo escucho.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Arnaldo A. Ortiz Cruz. Sí, Ortiz Cruz.
Ronaldo Ortiz Cruz.
All right. Mr. Ortiz Cruz, you are here in 2021 CF 3605AO on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 charges. The first one is grand theft of a motor vehicle. The second one is battery domestic violence. The third one is petty theft. The fourth one is aggravated assault domestic violence. And the fifth one is battery domestic violence. I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. As to counts 1 through 4, count 5 seems to be a duplicate count. I have a witness in the witness booth. Ma'am, can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
I need interpreter.
Can you spell your last name?
Su apellido, señora, y lo deletrea.
Morales. Morales.
Morales, Morales.
All right. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in?
La mano derecha para que preste juramento, señora.
Your right hand.
Derecha.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Voy a afirmar que el testimonio que usted dará en esta causa será la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más la verdad.
Lo juro.
I do.
All right, put your hand down.
Voy a bajar la mano.
I don't know if she heard you. There you
Voy a
go.
bajar la mano.
Ma'am, can you tell me how you know Mr. Ortiz Cruz?
El señor Ortiz Cruz.
Mr. Al, you cut out for a second there.
No entiendo.
¿Por qué conoce usted al señor Ortiz Cruz? ¿Tiene parentesco con él? ¿Cómo es que lo conoce?
Es el papá de mi niño. Tuve una relación con él.
I had a relationship with him and he's my child.
I think, Ms. Laurel, I think we're going to have to just stay off the headsets because I think you're going to have to translate for both people. So can you just stay on the overhead with me for a moment? All right, ma'am, can you tell me, all right, do you want to have contact with Mr. Ortiz Cruz while this case is pending?
Señora, mientras este caso está en curso en el sistema judicial, mientras tanto usted va a querer tener contacto con el señor Ortiz Cruz.
Él no representa peligro para mí.
Perdón, señora, hable más lento, hay mucho ruido en el trasfondo. Repita, por favor.
Él no representa peligro para mí.
He constitute any danger
Sir, I
towards
think
me.
you got to stay off the headsets because you keep hitting the switch. So then you're cutting off from the overhead. So I'm missing what you're saying when you're on the translation. Yeah, you're still on the headsets, Mr. Laurel.
He does not constitute any risk to me.
Okay. Has anything like this happened in the past?
¿Algún incidente como este ha ocurrido en el pasado?
No.
No.
Did drugs or alcohol play a role in this incident?
¿Usted cree que en este incidente estuvo de por medio el consumo de alcohol?
No.
No.
And State, do you have any questions for the witness?
No, Your Honor.
Fiscal, ¿preguntas? No, su señoría.
Ms. George.
No, Your Honor.
Señor George, no, su señoría.
All right, Mr. Ortiz Cruz, in count one of the, I'm going to stay your bond in the amount of I'm going to set your bond in count one amount of $1,000. Count two, I'm going to set your bond in amount of $500. Count three, I'm going to set your bond in amount of $250. And count four, I'm going to set your bond in amount of $1,000. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision, that you have no hostile contact with your wife, so the mother of your child.
Así que, señor Ortiz, se le va a otorgar fianza. Por el cargo número 1, la fianza va a ser $1,000. Por el cargo número 2, la fianza va a ser de $500. Por el cargo número 3, van a ser $250. Por el cargo número 4, va a ser de $1,000. Se le va a otorgar también libertad provisional. Sin embargo, podrá tener contacto con la madre de sus hijos, pero ese contacto debe ser sin ninguna hostilidad.
I'm going to release you on your own recognizance as to count 5.
En cuanto al cargo número 5, le voy a otorgar libertad bajo palabra.
I want you to understand me when I say the words no hostile contact.
Quiero que me entienda bien cuando le digo que no quiero que haya contacto con ninguna hostilidad.
You're allowed to have disagreements with the victim in this case.
A usted se le permite que tenga desacuerdo con la víctima del caso.
Those disagreements cannot turn violent. They cannot turn threatening.
Sin embargo, tales desacuerdos no deben convertirse en actos de violencia ni tampoco con cuestiones de amenazas.
They cannot come to the point whether she's going to call law enforcement or somebody that sees or hears you going to call or is going to call law enforcement.
Así que los incidentes no llegar al punto, cualquier desacuerdo, de que ella se vea la necesidad de llamar a la policía y llame a la policía, o de cualquier persona que vea o escuche lo que está pasando se sienta obligada a llamar a la policía.
Because if that happens, you will be arrested. You would spend a lot of time here with me at the Orange County Jail. Do you understand that?
Porque si eso llega a suceder, usted va a ser arrestado y va a pasar mucho tiempo aquí conmigo en la cárcel del condado de Orange. ¿Me está entendiendo?
Sí.
Yes.
All right. One point of public defender to represent you. Have a great day, sir.
Your Honor, are you setting weapons as a condition?
No weapons, no firearms. I'm sorry.
Voy a asignar al abogado público para que lo defienda y como condición también se le prohíbe el porte o uso de armas.
Any weapon or firearm you have needs to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release.
Y si tiene acaso armas de algún tipo, tiene que entregarlas a las autoridades a las 24 horas de su liberación. That's right.
All right, Mr. L'Oreal. We're going to switch back to the headset side. No, maybe not. Hold on. Does anybody know if he needs a Spanish interpreter? Sir, do you need the services of the Spanish interpreter?
No.
No? All right, we can use the headsets, Ms. L'Oreal. Thank you. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Nicoles Martínez.
Flores Martínez.
Sí,
Yes.
Ms. Martinez, you are here in 2021 MM 2154AO on a charge of battery domestic violence. I did review the charging affidavit in this case, and I did find probable cause for your arrest. I have a witness in the witness booth. Sir, can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
Harry Gonzalez, Gonzalez.
Mr. Gonzalez, how do you know Ms. Martinez?
We have a relationship. We live together.
All right. And do you want to have contact with her during the course of this case?
Yes.
Are you afraid of her?
No.
Has anything like this happened in the past?
No.
Did drugs or alcohol play a role in this incident?
No.
Say, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. George.
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Martinez, I'm going to set your bond in this case amount $250. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision. that you have no hostile contact with the victim in this case. You're not allowed to possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Man, I want you to understand me when I say the words no hostile contact. You're allowed to have arguments with the victim in this case and disagreements. Those arguments cannot turn violent. They cannot turn threatening. They cannot come to the point where he's going to call law enforcement or somebody that sees or hears you is going to call law enforcement. Because if that happens, you will be arrested. You'll be spending your time here with me at the Orange County Jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Everybody have a great day.
Todos
Thank you, sir. I think that was my last one. So have a great day, sir. No, sir.
Oh.
The victim needs an interpreter. All right.
What happened to Mr. Jose Rodriguez de Jesus? Okay.
All right. So who is this?
This is Mr. Santiago.
Su nombre.
My name is speak?
All right,
Do you know what section
I got
it's
it.
in? know what
It's
section
in the
he's in?
misdemeanor DV section.
Okay, thank you.
All right, sir, can you tell me your name?
Ariel Santiago.
Mr. Santiago, you're here in 2021 MM 2169 AO on charge of violation of domestic violence injunction. I did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I have a witness in the witness booth. Ma'am, can you tell me your name and spell your last name? Ms. Lori, I need you for that
He
part.
doesn't speak English.
Sí, sí, señora, la testigo que está en la garita, si por favor me da su nombre y me deletrea el apellido letra, por favor.
Aida Quevedo. Aidaquevedo.
Aida Quevedo, Quevedo
Sí.
spelled Quevedo.
Exacto.
Exactly.
All right. Ma'am, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in?
Señora, levante la mano derecha que va a prestar juramento.
Your right hand.
Derecha.
Your other right.
Otra. Derecha, la mano derecha.
Do you solemnly
Es
swear?
que yo soy izquierda, no sé.
I'm a lefty. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, but I need you to raise your right hand.
¿Está bien?
Is that fine?
All right. Ma'am, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Señora, jura y afirma que el testimonio que usted dará en esta causa será la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad en nombre de Dios.
Toda la verdad.
The whole truth.
All right. Ma'am, are you the subject of the injunction that's in place on Mr. Santiago?
Señor, hay una orden de protección para protegerse del señor Santiago. ¿Usted es la persona que está bajo protección según esa orden?
Bueno, eso fue hace 20 y pico de años.
Well, that was like 20 years ago or so.
Tenemos 50 años de casado y la primera vez que ha sucedido algo así, después de eso más nunca sucedió más nada.
Well, we've been married for 50 years, and there was that one incident when that happened for the first time, but afterwards, nothing else ever happened.
All right, ma'am. I just want to let you know that the injunction is a permanent injunction that's still in place until today. So right now, your husband's not going to be able to have contact with you until that injunction is removed.
Señora, entienda usted que esa orden de alejamiento
Sí.
está vigente todavía, porque se trata de una orden de alejamiento permanente, ¿verdad? Entonces, siendo esta la situación, él no va a poder tener contacto con usted hasta que esa orden de alejamiento sea removida. De momento sigue vigente.
Sí, desconocía eso, porque como cuando yo fui esa vez, yo no sé inglés. Entonces, él no pudo ir a la cita porque estaba trabajando y tenía un puesto importante. Entonces, bueno, una posición. Entonces, ellos tomaron la decisión, desconozco qué fue. Entonces, yo me fui.
Un momento.
No sé, no,
Well,
no.
I didn't know really anything about that because, I went there that time. I don't speak any English. He couldn't show up at the hearing because he had a very important position at his job. So they were the ones that decided to have that order. I really didn't know, and I just left that day.
Okay. Well, letting you know right now, that's what's going on. So, Mr. Santiago, I'm going to set your bond in this case amount of $250. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision, that you have no contact with your wife during the court, like while this case is pending. You're to abide by the injunction in 2019, DR 12444AO, until that injunction is removed. I want to appoint a public defender to represent you, so I need you to ask Ms. George your question, because everything you ask me is on the record. It can be used against you at a later court date.
May I?
No,
So,
you can talk to Ms. George
un
first,
momento.
and then you can talk to me.
Primero hablo con George, pero de momento lo que está pasando es que sí está esa orden vigente. Sí le voy a otorgar una fianza de $250. También le voy a conceder libertad provisional. Mientras está en libertad, no puede tener contacto con su esposa mientras este caso está pendiente y tiene que cumplir con las órdenes de esa orden de protección o de alejamiento. El caso de 19DR12444AO, cumplir con todas las normas y se le va a designar el abogado de la Defensoría Pública o hablar con la señora George. Porque cualquier cosa que usted diga se puede usar en su contra si dice algo en el registro.
Thank you.
¿Y dónde tengo que ir, señor?
Sir, where do I have to go now?
You can go down to the clerk's office and speak to them about the issue you're having. They have bilingual staff there that can assist you.
Usted tiene que ir a la secretaría del juzgado y cuando hable con las secretarias allá de la recepción del juzgado, ellos ahí
Aquí,
tienen personal
aquí.
bilingüe.
Aquí
En el
mismo.
juzgado. Señora, le digo, en el juzgado.
This is
Y en la
the
secretaría del
Orange
juzgado.
County Jail, so you need to go to the Orange County Courthouse.
Sí, porque esta es la cárcel. Como le acabo de decir, en la secretaría del juzgado, la corte, pues.
It's 425
Ellos ahí
North
hay
Orange
personal
Ave.
bilingüe.
425 North Orange Ave. You need to go see them.
La dirección es 425 Orange Avenue. Ahí es donde usted tiene que ir al juzgado principal.
Ok,
Ok,
Everybody have a great day.
que tengan buen día.
gracias. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's the injunction. That's the injunction that's beyond the order. No, case number. 1998. Yeah, 1998 DR. Was it 2000? No, 1998. All right, good. All right, we're good? Mr. Laurel can go? Yes. All right, thank you, Mr. Laurel. Have a great day.
Welcome, Your Honor. Anytime.
All right, ma'am, can you tell me your name?
Hi, Lenora Rideout.
Ms. Rydell, you're here in 2021 CF 3618AO on a charge of aggravated battery. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in this matter, the amount of $3,000. Condition of your bond is you have no contact with the victim in this case. That you maintain a separate residence from the victim. I give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have from the location of this incident. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I see, ma'am, that you plan to travel back to Wisconsin.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Oh, I'm just warning you about that. Please do not violate my orders. That is
I can't hear you, sir.
Please do not violate my orders.
Oh, yeah.
No contact with the victim. Maintain separate residence. No weapons or firearms. Do that, stay out on bond, going to appoint a public defender to represent you so you have representation down here in Florida. But you violate my orders, and somebody issues a warrant based on that, that's a long bus ride. We don't fly people back anymore, so That's a bus ride from Wisconsin all the way down through the middle of the state, through Ohio, Kentucky, and all the other states to get down here to Florida. You understand that?
Yes.
So don't violate my orders. Have a great day.
Your Honor, I believe there's an allegation of alcohol use. Are you going to set that as a condition?
No drugs, alcohol, without a valid prescription, all right? Yes, ma'am. Did I say 5,000? I said 3. Huh? 3,000? I said 3, right? I you said, sorry, I did say 3. Sorry, I apologize. You got me. She got me messed up here, man. She got me with the 2000, it was 1998. She screwed it, like I was in the flow, right? I was in the flow, and she got me. All right, sir, can you tell me your name?
Jose Rodriguez.
Mr. Rodriguez, you're here in 2021 CF 3630AO on charges of battery, domestic violence, and tampering with a witness to hinder communication with law enforcement. Court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in count 1, amount of $5,000, count 2, an amount of $10,000. Condition of your bond is you have no contact with the victim. You maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I'll give you 30 days for any narcotics that may be in your system before that test happens, but after that, you will be
Your Honor, I
Yes,
believe
come
there are
active.
3 charges, the first one being a PBL.
This is Mr. Rodriguez, Jose Miguel. Hold on.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
And then for Mr. Smith, our next case, yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So no, I ended with no drugs and alcohol, right?
Yes.
Random drug and alcohol testing?
Yes.
All right. All right. All right, Mr. Rodriguez, don't violate my orders. Have a great day.
Sorry.
I just want to point the public defender to represent him. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Jeremy Smith.
Mr. Smith, you're here in 2021 CF 3597AO on charges of burglary of a dwelling with assault battery therein, aggravated battery, domestic violence, and false imprisonment domestic violence. Well, actually, the count 2 is battery by strangulation, domestic violence, and count 3 is false imprisonment domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit. Well, the judge signed your warrant has already found probable cause for your arrest. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you. I'll say what he asked me to do as to count 1 of the warrant.
As to count 1 states asking that you hold him no bond pending an Arthur hearing.
And Ms. George.
No argument, we reserve the right to have an Arthur hearing.
All right, sir, as to count 1, the court's going to hold you to no bond for that count. Count 2, I'm going to set your bond in amount of $5,000. Count 3, I'm going to set your bond in amount of $2,000. Condition of your bonds is that you're to have no contact with the victim in this case. You maintain a separate residence from the victim. I give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. My no contact order does extend to your time while you're here at the Orange County Jail. We get you on to your division judge so you can have an appropriate Arthur hearing or bond hearing to see if there are release conditions that judge feels appropriate for to release you on. Have a great day, sir. All right, look at me. Hello. How you doing? Good morning. Can you tell me your name, sir?
My name is Tracy Allen Todd.
Mr. Todd, you're here in 2021 CF 3616AO on charges of possession of methamphetamine, aggravated battery with a firearm. domestic violence. Battery by strangulation, domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. As a count one, I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $1,000. Count two, I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $10,000. Count three, I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $3,000. Condition of that bond, you to have no contact with the victim. You're to maintain a separate residence from the victim. I give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And you may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I'll give you 30 days before the first narcotics test happens. After that, it will be active. You are out on bond in 2021, CF 2212AO. In that case, I want to revoke that bond. I want to set a new bond at $0. I want to appoint a public defender to represent you in both cases. You have a great day, sir. All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Ralph Watwood.
Mr. Watwood, you're here in 2021 CF 3622AO on charge of battery, domestic violence by strangulation. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case, and I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in this case in the amount of $1,000. Condition your bond would be pretrial release. That you have no contact with the victim in this case. That you maintain a separate residence from the victim. I give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you may have at the residence. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons and firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. One more thing. All right. You got questions about the no contact order, sir?
No, sir, I don't.
All right. Appoint a public defender to represent you. Have a great day, sir.
All right, sir.
Want to appoint a public defender to represent you. Have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir, thank you.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Lorenzo Arriaga.
I can't hear you. Say it again.
Lorenzo Arriaga.
Mr. Arriaga, you're here in 2021 MM133AA on charge of battery domestic violence. I did review the charging affidavit in this case, and I did find probable cause for your arrest. I have a witness in the witness booth. Ma'am, can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
Rosa Vicente.
You gotta speak up into, like, put the microphone a little bit towards you, speak directly into the microphone, and tell me your name and spell your last name.
Rosa Vicente.
All right, spell your last name.
Vicente.
Spell, do you need the interpreter, ma'am?
R-O. I don't speak English.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Carlos Morales, State Certified Spanish Court Interpreter, previously sworn.
Good morning, Mr. Morales. This is Judge Bain calling from the BRC. I have a witness in the witness booth I need your assistance with. I'm trying to get her name and get her to spell her last name for me.
Yes, Your Honor. Señora, ¿cuál es su nombre y apellido? Pero el apellido deletréelo, por favor.
Vicente. B-I-C-E-N-T-E. Rosa, mi nombre.
Last name Vicente, V-I-C-E-N-T-E. First name Rosa.
All right. Ma'am, can you tell me how you know Mr. Arriaga?
Señora, ¿de dónde conoce al señor Arriaga?
Es mi pareja.
My partner.
All right. And do you want to have contact with him while this case is pending?
Y mientras este caso está pendiente, ¿quiere tener contacto con él?
Sí.
Yes.
Are you afraid of him?
¿Le tiene miedo?
No.
No.
Has anything like this happened in the past?
¿Ha sucedido algo como esto en el pasado?
No.
No.
If something like this were to happen in the future, would you feel comfortable contacting law enforcement?
Si algo como esto volviera a suceder en el futuro, ¿se sentiría usted lo suficientemente cómoda en marcar al 911?
Sí.
Yes.
Did drugs or alcohol play a role in this incident?
¿Jugaron un papel el alcohol o las drogas en este incidente?
Él, yo no sé, pero sí estaba tomado.
Well, I don't know about him, but he was drunk.
All right, sir. Mr. Aragata, I'm going to set your bond in this case amount of $250. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision. That you have no hostile contact with the victim in this case. I want to explain to you what I mean by no hostile contact. You're allowed to have arguments with her. Those arguments cannot turn violent. They cannot turn threatening. They cannot come to the point where she's going to call law enforcement or somebody that sees or hears you is going to call law enforcement. Because if that happens, you will be arrested. You spending your time here with me at the Orange County Jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You're not allowed to possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You're not allowed to possess any drugs or alcohol while you're out on release in this case. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
When I'm appointed public defender to represent you, have a great day, sir. Thank you, Mr. Morales.
You're welcome, Your Honor. May the interpreter have the case number?
2021 MM 1338A.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, ma'am, can you tell me your name?
Kimberly Escobar.
Ms. Escobar, you're here in 2021 MM 189AW on a charge of battery domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in this case amount of $250. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision. That you have no contact with the victim in this case. That you to maintain a separate residence from the victim. I give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you may have at the residence. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you, ma'am. You have a great day. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Odin Felix.
Mr. Felix, you're here in 2021 MM 2153AO on charge of violation of pretrial release on a dating violence case. I did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I have a witness in the witness booth, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
My name is Simone Cummings.
Can you spell your last name?
Cummings.
All right. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you tell me how you know Mr. Felix?
Me and Mr. Felix, we've been together for 4 years, and we just recently got engaged. Yes, that's how I know him.
All right. And did you want to? And you're the victim in the 2021 MM 1976 battery case?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Can I request something?
Say again?
Is it possible, I know we have a stay away order, is it possible to drop that to no harassment order?
I drop what to no harassment order?
The stay away order?
Okay.
And I also want to request one more thing. If he can seek counseling, some type of counseling.
Well, I can't order him to go to counseling unless the case goes through prosecution. A judge at sentencing could order things like that.
Right.
Only thing I can do is set release conditions.
Okay.
Now, my two concerns and what you're requesting for me to, well, my main concern is that Judge Gibson, my counterpart in this courtroom, told Mr. Felix
Yes.
just a few days ago not to have any contact with you.
Right.
And the allegation in this case is that he's had contact with you.
Right.
And to add to that, which lowers my ability to believe that he's gonna be able to follow my orders. So that's where I am right now. So Mr. Felix, as the 2021 MM2153AO, of course, going to set your bond amount of $10,000, condition that you have no contact with the victim. You're out on bond in 2020, no weapons, no firearms in this case as well. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours, no return to the scene of the location. You're out on bond in 2020, out on PTR, I'm sorry, in 2021 MM1976AO. And in that case, I'm going to revoke that pretrial release. I'm going to set a new bond in that case at $0. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in that case. Everybody have a great day.
Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name? Ms. Harrison, you're here in 2021 MM134AA on a charge of battery domestic violence. I did review the charging affidavit in that case, and I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in that case amount of $1,000. Conditional your bond, you have no contact with the victim in that case. You are to maintain a separate residence from the victim. I give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You're on probation in 2020 MM588AA. In that case, you, based on the warrant signed, going to stay your bond in that case amount of $0. You're out on bond in 2021 CF 733AO. In that case, and in 2021 CF 76AO, of course, going to revoke those bonds. I'm going to set new bonds at $0 in those cases. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases. You have a great day, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Well, Ms. George, do you want to waive her arraignment on the VOP?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll waive and enter denial.
All right, we'll set it for VOP status.
Division 84, VOP status, April 19th at 8:30, courtroom 4B.
All right, can you tell me your name, ma'am?
Jaisha Jones.
Ms. Jones, you're here in 2021 MM2160AO on charge of battery domestic violence. I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in this case in the amount of $250. Condition of your bond would be pretrial release supervision, that you have no contact with the victim, that you maintain a separate residence from the victim. I give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You got any questions about the no contact order?
No.
All right. All right, have a great day. I'll appoint a public defender to represent you. Have a great day. All right. Can you tell me your name, sir?
I'm Michael Rochford.
Mr. Rochford, you're here in 2021 MM2150AO on charge of battery domestic violence. I did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. Sir, can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
It's Clifford Broman. V as in Victor. ROMAN.
All right, Mr. Roman, can you tell me, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Can you tell me how you know Mr. Rodford?
We're roommates.
All right, and do you want to have contact with him during the course of this case?
Yes, sir.
Has anything like this happened in the past?
No, sir.
Are you afraid of him?
No, sir.
Did drugs and alcohol play a role during this incident?
Sir.
All right, Mr. Rutherford, I'm going to set your bond in this case in the amount of $250 is going to come with pretrial release supervision that you to have no hostile contact with the victim in this case. No hostile contact means this. You guys are allowed to disagree about somebody not picking up behind themselves, washing the dishes, or any other communal things that go on in your household. Those arguments cannot turn violent. They cannot turn threatening. They cannot come to the point whether he's going to call law enforcement or somebody that sees or hears you's going to call law enforcement. Because if that happens, you'll be violating my court orders and you will be arrested. You spend a lot of time here with me at the Orange County Jail. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Your
sir.
Honor, state would ask for no contact on this one. I know the victim on the scene, it was this incident, and the victim also said that 2 days prior, he is constantly aggressive with him and punched him in the mouth. I do believe this is an ongoing course of conduct. So at this time, the state would ask for no contact.
Your Honor, we would just argue that you did place him on pretrial release. If anything like this happens again, he'll be brought back here and held at no bond. And with the testimony of the alleged victim stating that he wants contact, we would just ask for no hostile contact order.
All right, Mr. Rochford. Tell you right now, violate my orders. Somebody hears you all next door, or hears like somebody's outside your apartment, the Amazon man. You'll be here with me.
Not going to happen, sir.
Plus on a new charge. You have a new charge and you're gonna be here with me.
I understand.
All right? So whatever you got going on, you guys need to figure it out.
It's.
All right, have a great day.
That was just the no contact and the no weapons.
Yeah, no weapons, no firearms.
Okay.
All weapons and firearms need to turn over within 24 hours of his release. I'm appointed public defender to represent him. All right, can you tell me your name, sir?
Christopher Triplett.
Mr. Triplet, you're here in 2021, MM2157AO, on charge of battery domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in this case amount of $250. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision that you have no contact with the victim in this case, that you maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. So you get one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have. You're not allowed to possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Have a great day. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Tyrese White.
Mr. White, you're here in 2021, MM2146AO, on charge of battery dating violence. I reviewed the charging affidavit. Let me check one thing. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did somebody tell me about this previous DV arrest? Is it the same victim?
1 second, Your Honor.
While that's being checked on, ma'am, can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
Diana Meteyer, Metayr.
All right. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, none but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, put your hand down. Can you tell me how you know Mr. White?
He's my boyfriend.
And do you want to have contact with Mr. White?
Sure, yeah.
That didn't sound too confident. So, are you afraid of him?
No,
All right, has anything like this happened in the past?
no,
Did drugs and alcohol play a role in this incident?
no,
All right. And if something like this were to happen again, do you feel comfortable contacting law enforcement?
yes.
All right. And state, you want to tell me some information, it looks that way.
Yes, Your Honor, regarding that prior DV battery and that video voyeurism charge, it is a different victim. It was Miss Anthony, and it was just no information in January.
All right. Hold on. So this January, it was an arrest from this January?
It was an arrest from December of 2020, and it was no infoed January of 2021.
All right, and that involved a separate domestic violence case with another victim?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, do you have any questions for the witness, though?
No, Your Honor.
Hey, Ms. George.
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. White, going to set your bond in this case in the amount of $500. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision. Did you have no hostile contact with the victim in this case? So I want you to understand when I say no hostile contact. You may have a disagreement with your girlfriend. Those disagreements cannot turn, look at me, hello? Ariel, how you doing? Those disagreements cannot turn violent. They cannot turn threatening. They cannot come to the point where she's going to call law enforcement or somebody that sees or hears you going to call law enforcement. Because if that happens and law enforcement is called, you will be arrested. And you spend time here with me at the Orange County Jail. Do you understand? Bond's $500 is going to come with pretrial release supervision. But do you understand my other orders?
Yes, sir.
I want to have, because I don't want you to go violate them, and then you stand in front of me like in a week or so, and then wondering what happened and why I'm holding you here and why you can't go home. All right? You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You understand? I want to appoint the public defender to represent you. Everybody have a great day. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Jin Fenelon.
The felon, you're here in 2021 CT 1653AO on a failure to appear warrant. The judge signed your warrant, set your bond amount of $2,000. Does the state have, did you provide an offer to him for his driver's license suspended charge?
Yes, Your Honor. It was an adjudication credit time served.
Okay. Yeah, Your Honor, I did discuss it with my client, and he does not want to accept the state's offer today.
Okay. All right, so your bond will stay at $2,000? You already appointed?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. I just spoke with him.
I'll appoint a public defender to represent you. Have a great day, sir.
All right.
All right, then I had one more case. Roberts bonded. Yes. On to our arraignments. I had Perez Ortiz, 2021 CT 1559AO.
Is he here? He's not here?
Public defender client, but.
We're gonna waive and enter a plea.
Well, listen, somebody tell me where he is and whether we can resolve it today. All right, see you.
He's medical.
All right. Catherine, sir, can you tell me your name?
Good morning, Robert R.C.
All right.
Your Honor.
Ms. RC, you're here in 2021 MM2145AO on charge of trespass after warning. For the charging affidavit in this case, it did find probable cause for your arrest. State, did you extend an offer to Mr. RC?
Yes, Your Honor. An adjudication credit time served and no return to the 7-11.
All right, do you have a plea form with you?
They misplaced it, I guess, so I did. I plead no contest. I know the,
Well, then you raise your right hand to be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes, sir.
You put your hand down. All right, sir, you're here in 2021 MM2145AO on charge of trespass after warning. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punished by 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. And you told me you want to plead no contest. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you have opportunity to review the plea form that's in front of you?
Oh, yes, I did.
Do you understand all the rights that you're giving up when entering this plea based on what's on that form?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I will go ahead and sign the plea form. I did review the charging affidavit. I do find a factual basis for your plea. Accept your plea of no contest in this case, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. The court costs and costs of prosecution in this case are $273. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You understand that, sir?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
I'm not going to take any action on your out on bond case in 2021 CF 20676 AO. But let's just stay out of trouble, my friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Question. All right. All right, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Timothy Lafferty.
Mr. Lafferty, you're here in 2021 MM 2156 AO on charge of trespass and structure or conveyance. Did review the charging affidavit. Did find probable cause to ask your arrest. State, did you make an offer on all his cases or just the one?
Just the trespass, Your Honor.
Well, not all the cases, but all the misdemeanor cases, because he has another misdemeanor trespass, and then he has two other misdemeanor trespasses.
No, Your Honor, I actually overlooked those, so I only have an offer for the one before the court today.
All right. Can you take a quick look at them real quick and see if we can get those off of our dockets? And Ms. Page, can you tell me what his credit time served is on those other two cases?
In the 20 MM 7245, I have notes from the defense attorney saying that they set it off for his status due to his mental health. So I do not know if you guys want to play it out today, but if he does, it'll be an adjudication credit time served, no return to all scenes on all three of the trespasses.
All right. Mr. Lafferty, do you want to resolve your three trespass cases that you have open? You have the one you arrested on yesterday, or the other day, and then you have two other open trespass cases after warning, and whether you want to resolve those cases with adjudication of guilt, credit time served.
Your Honor,
Yes.
can I have a moment?
Your Honor, and the victim in all of these cases is the same place, the Lancaster Square Plaza. I believe he has a trespass warning, however, he's obviously not abiding by said trespass warning. So I'd ask that you order a no return.
Your Honor, I talked with my client. He seems fine to accept the state's offer here today for all the trespasses.
All right. Mr. Lafferty, did you have opportunity to review a plea form in all the cases? Do you have the opportunity to go a plea form this afternoon?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
You put your hand down. Sir, you're here in 2021 MM 2156 AO on charge of trespass in a structure that's a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. You also have 2020 MM 4658 AO. You're charged with trespass after warning. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. And you're also here in 2020 MM 7245 AO. In that case, you're also charged with trespass after warning. It's a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve all three of those cases?
No contest.
All right. You understand, in a plea of no contest, you're going to give up all the rights outlined in that plea form that you have in front of you. Yes, I can.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And do you understand that you're waiving all those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'd have opportunity to review your charging affidavit in this case, and while I was in chambers on your other two cases, I did find a factual basis in each one of them for your plea of no contest. I'll accept your plea of no contest in each case. I'll find that your plea is free and voluntarily entered. I'll start my sentencing with the 2021 MM2156AO, and in that case, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty of the charge. We credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. The court calls the cost of prosecution in the case of $273.
Okay.
You're also in 2020 MM4658AO. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty as to that charge. 27 days for that case? All right. 2020 MM4658AO. In that case, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for the 27 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 27 days credit time served. In 2020 MM7245AO, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty as to that charge. I'm going to give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. In both those cases, $273 in court costs and cost of prosecution each. I'm going to reduce those costs to judgment in each of one of your cases. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment sentence in writing in those 3 cases. I'm not going to take any action on your 2019 CF 17590 and 2020 CF 79995. In those cases, I'm going to also order that you not return to the scene of this location. It seems to be a problem there, so you got to find a different place to rotate through. It's not going to be here because they're going to keep calling the police on you, all right?
I get time served. I get home today.
No returns.
On the CF cases as well? Or just on the?
No, there's a misdemeanor case.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you.
Mhm. All right, sir, good afternoon. Can you tell me your name?
Franklin Bruce Wool Jr., Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Rules, you're here, it's Rule, you're here in 2021 MM2164AO on charge of trespass on property after warning and assault on a law enforcement officer. Did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. State, are you able to resolve this one?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to have you screened for mental health pretrial release in this case. If you do not qualify for mental health pretrial release, I'm going to stay your bonds in this case in amount of 500 and 100. Condition of bond not return to, cover your face, yep, do not return to the scene of the location. I'm not going to take any action on your 2020 CF 6906AO case. All right, have a great day, sir. On point of public defender, represent him too. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Kaz Gregory Step, if you don't mind, I'd like to say something.
Let me do what I gotta do, and then you can tell me what you gotta say, all right?
All right.
All right, sir, you're here in 2021 188AW on charge of trespass after warning. Did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I want to appoint a public defender to represent you, so you can ask Ms. George what you gotta tell me first, because everything you tell me is on the record, so I don't want you to cause yourself any more heartache. So ask Ms. George a question, and then you can talk to me about whatever you need to tell me.
Yeah, lots of G's. Your Honor, I don't believe the state is making an offer on this case, so we would just ask for reasonable bond conditions, and we would ask that you take no action on this out on bond.
Well, say, well, I want to get it correct. The state, you're not making any plea offers on this case, or?
No, Your Honor, he just pled to a trespass at the same hospital on Thursday. And part of that offer was a no return and all the things that come with a trespass. And Judge Gibson did explain that to him. So since we're back here today, I did not offer it this time.
All right.
And Your Honor, I would just advise that he was allowed to go back if he had health issues, which he did. And he's having an allergic reaction on his face. So we just point that out to the court.
All right, so Mr. Staff, I'm going to release you on mental health pretrial release in this case, and if you don't qualify, I'm going to stay your bond in this case amount of $500, condition your bond not return to the scene of the location. I'm not going to take any action on your 2020 CF 12714 case and 2020 CF 26668 AO case. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir. No, it's mental health pretrial release. If he does not qualify, then bond. So the same language on the email, yeah. Yeah, the same language from the email. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Sir?
Tell me your name, sir, please.
Brunson, Diamond Brunson.
Mr. Bronson, you're here in 2021 MO 376 AO, being charged with possession of an open container, violation of a municipal ordinance. I think the standing offer from the city is a withhold of adjudication of guilt and court costs. Do you want to take that offer today to resolve your case?
Say it again, sir.
Do you want to take the withhold of adjudication of guilt and court costs to resolve your case today?
To get for the truck.
Yeah, for the open container case.
What's my other option?
I can put you on bond or some kind of release conditions.
What's that? Okay, you repeat the first thing you said to me again the first time?
You're being charged with open container. That's a municipal ordinance or city violation.
Right.
The city has a standing offer with the court right now of a withhold of adjudication of guilt and court costs. To resolve your case today, you had no more court dates, case is over with, it's done today.
Now I can go home today from this?
Say again?
I can leave free from this today?
Yes.
Okay, that'll work.
All right?
That'll work.
All right, can you raise your right hand to be sworn in? Right hand.
Yes, sir.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down. Did your opportunity, you're being charged in 2021 MO 376 AO with charge of open container. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that? Did you have opportunity to review a plea form before you came to court today?
Plea form? No, sir, not really. Okay, then.
Yep.
Right. Right.
All right, do you want to plead no guilty or no contest to the charge you're facing today?
I plead guilty to that. It was just a little bottle of some,
I got you.
Yeah.
All right, you understand by pleading guilty, you're going to waive all the rights that are outlined on that plea form right there.
Right. You want me to read it down?
No, you understand that you're waiving all the rights on that form. So take a look at the form, make sure you understand you're waiving all the rights that are listed on that form.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. After reviewing the plea form, you understand you're waiving all those rights.
So from this, I
going home. So do you, that's like, so do you like you to focus on my questions? Do you understand you're waiving your rights on the form? Yes or no?
Do I understand?
That you're waiving those rights, like the right to a trial, right to an attorney. You understand that?
Right.
All right. All right. I did review the charging affidavit. Did find its factual basis for your plea. Going to accept your plea of guilty in this case. Going to find your pleas freely and voluntarily entered. I'm going to withhold adjudication of guilt, give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail. We're going to impose court costs of $223. Those costs are going to be due to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You got 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment, sentence, in writing. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead and sign the plea form, and have a great day. I'm not going to take any action on your 2021 MM 1591 AO case. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name? Ms. Maldonado, can you do me a favor? Can you cover your nose for me? Thank you. Ma'am, you're here in 2019 CF 1497AO for a failure to appear warrant. The judge signing your warrant set your bond at zero. Your bonds will remain at zero. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you while you're here in our custody, and we're going to get you on to your next court dates, okay? Have a great day, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name? Yes, ma'am.
Alexis Davis.
Ms. Davis, you are here for an out-of-county warrant from Palm Beach County. The judge from Palm Beach County set your bond at $0. The bonds will remain at $0. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you while you're here in my custody, where we're going to get you on down to Palm Beach County as soon as we can, all right?
They say the bond is $0.
Um,
When I get there, I could bond out.
well, you're going to see a judge there, and probably the judge to sign his warrant. And
Oh, you say right now I could leave here?
no, you can't leave right now.
No, I can't leave. I have to go to West
Yep, you
Palm.
gotta go to Palm Beach County first, and then once you get to Palm Beach County, they can decide whether they're gonna release you or not.
So when I'm gonna go down?
They said they'll come pick you up as soon as we can, but if not, if there's something that changes, the judge of Palm Beach County will let me know, and then we'll address it in court, okay?
All right.
All right, I'm gonna appoint the public defender to represent you while you're here in my custody, so you have representation, all right?
Who that?
This is the public defender's office, there's a piece of the phone number, you gotta call on a piece of paper, there's some people that can help you answer your questions, all right?
They say I could call him
Yes, ma'am.
when I get to Palm Beach?
So you can call them now and see if you have any questions,
Yeah,
see
I
what the
don't know
process
about
is.
the case.
Yep, they can get all the information for you, okay?
Right.
All right, have a great day, ma'am.
You too. Thank you.
Yep.
He's gonna pull out the thing.
Huh?
It's just the,
I don't know, I got somebody with a headset on, so they're trying to call an interpreter.
Mr.
But-
Barrios?
Are the interpreters?
Hello, Cisco Unity connection message.
just
don't.
the, move ups and the misdemeanor pleasables, is what I was told. Sorry.
Y'all doing it to me, Dexter? It's just-
Sorry.
Well, we didn't have an interpreter anyway, so. What's today? Today's Tuesday. We're gonna hurry up. We're gonna run interpreters by 2:00. Mhm. Oh, the AV fixed the issue with the telephone. Yeah, this teleconference thing is an adventure right now. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Sean Allen Ambro.
Mr. Ambrose, you're here in 2021 MM190AW on a charge of loitering and prowling and resisting an officer without violence. I'm going to ask the state if they have if they find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to ask the state if they have a offer to resolve his case.
Yes, Your Honor, as to both charges and adjudication credit time served.
All right.
Your Honor, my client, well, we're not appointed yet, but he wants to. Your Honor, he wants to accept the state trial.
Ambrose, can you raise your right hand to be sworn in? Yep. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can put your hand down. All right, sir, you're here in 2021 MM190AW on charge of loitering and prowling. It was a second-degree misdemeanor, punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. The second charge is resisting an officer without violence. That is a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that? Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve that case?
I'm pleading not guilty on this.
Well, do you want to plead? Oh, no, no. Ms. George told me you want to resolve your case.
Yeah, but I'm
So if you want to resolve your case, you gotta say guilty or not, or no contest.
pleading no contest.
All right. You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're gonna be waiving all the rights that are listed on the form that's in front of you. I did have an opportunity to review the charging affidavit in this case and did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty as to both charges, give you credit for 2 days in the Orange County Jail on both charges. The court calls the cost of prosecution on $273. I give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I'm not going to take any action on your 2020 CF 11932AO case. Have a great day, sir.
That's it.
That's it? Other way. All right, can you tell me your name, ma'am?
Lysandre.
Ms. Dre, you're here in 2021 MM2162AO on a charge of petty theft. I did have an opportunity to review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. State, do you have an offer for Ms. Dre?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Dre, I'm going to stay your bond in this case in amount of $250. Conditioning your bond and not having any contact with any victims or witnesses in this case. It should not possess any drugs or alcohol without valid prescription. You're out on bond in Osceola County case 2021 CF 523AO. In that case, I'm going to revoke that bond. I'm going to set a new bond at $0 in that case. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in both cases. You have a great day, ma'am. Can you tell me your name, ma'am? Yes, speak up.
Desasia Gillette.
Ms. Gillette, you are here in 2021 MM2167AO on a charge of providing false information to law enforcement. They reviewed the charging affidavit in that case. They find probable cause for your arrest. You also hear from out-of-county warrant from Volusia County for violation of probation. The judge in that case, I believe, set your bond at none. and you'll be held at no bond in that case until you're able to get to Volusia County to deal with your probation violation. As to 2021 MM 2167 AO, state you, well, she's on probation, I don't want to.
No, we're not.
I'm going to stay your bond amount of $500 in that case. We'll appoint the public defender, I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in all your cases. You have a great day, ma'am. Have a great day. Thanks, sir.
Hodges refused court.
This is 2021 MM 135AA. Ms. Hodges is here on a charge of trespass after warning. Going to appoint a public defender to represent her.
Your Honor, can we try and reset it to try to resolve it?
Yep, we'll give her one more shot tomorrow. See if she'll resolve her case tomorrow. You can set her in the afternoon. You don't have to set her in the morning. But I don't know if you can. Good, I'll be doing it tomorrow afternoon, so. Yeah, this should be rest of the appealable stuff. One of- All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Mark Joe.
Mr. Gerald, you're here in 2021 MM 2159AO on attempted destruction of evidence and possession of drug paraphernalia. Did review the charging affidavit in this case, did find a factual basis or a probable cause for your arrest.
Your Honor, for the attempted destruction, if I'm not mistaken, he threw the object?
Yes, it's attempted tampering, that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
There's actually no, the actual charge under 918 is 13 is attempted tampering with physical evidence. All right. It's actually a felony. That's what I'm kind of concerned about.
I thought, and maybe I'm wrong, but I thought if you throw it away, it's
Yeah, it's an F3 level 3 offense. So tampering with a witness or tampering with evidence is an F3 level 4 offense. And it doesn't go down to a misdemeanor offense on attempted. It only goes down to a lower level felony. So it's an F3 level, I think, 2 or 3 offense on attempted tampering. So I'm not going to resolve this case. I want to say his bonds is set though in amount of 500 and 100. Condition of his bond that he not possess any drugs or alcohol without valid prescription.
Your Honor, there wasn't an offer on the case anyway.
Say again?
There wasn't an offer on the case.
No, I wasn't going to accept an offer on the case because the charge, unless you're not going to drop count one.
No.
Count one is a felony, so.
Well, that's why I didn't convey an offer.
It came in as a misdemeanor number, but that's a felony charge. Going to, as in 2020 CT 4110 AO, going to revoke that bond. I'm going to set a new bond amount of $500. Condition that bond, no operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Have a great day, sir. All right, can you tell me your name, ma'am?
Jelena Johnson.
Ms. Johnson, you're here in 2021 MM 2171 AO on charge of prostitution as a subsequent offense. Did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to stay your bond in that case amount of $500. Condition your bond that you not return to the scene, the location. You're out on bond in 2020 or out on PTR, I believe. Or pretrial diversion, that's what it is.
1 second, Your Honor. She was referred to pretrial diversion 5 days ago.
The court's going to revoke your release on that case. Going to set a new bond in that case, an amount of $2,000. Condition of that bond that you not return to the scene, the location. All right. Not possess any drugs, alcohol without valid prescription. Yes, ma'am. All right, so Ms. Johnson, before you leave, you gotta stay out of trouble, man. Because I'm gonna tell Ms. George the question, but if you come back here on one of those charges, you're gonna be staying here with me, you understand? All right, tell me your name, ma'am.
Eva Lowe.
Ms. Lowe, you're here in, 2021 MM 2172AO on charge of prostitution. Did review the charge affidavit. In this case, it did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in this case in the amount of $500. Condition of your bond did not return to the scene of the location where this incident happened. All right, I want to appoint the public defender to represent you. Have a great day. Yeah, you can ask her a question, yes. Oh, and no drugs, no alcohol, sir. Oh, yeah, I almost forget. Yeah. It's my fault. I did that. I can take the hit for that. Go first. All right, can you tell me your name, sir?
Ryan Oliver.
Mr. Oliver, you're here in 2021 MM 2158AO on charge of violation of a county ordinance. Did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest and state, is there an offer for Mr. Oliver?
Withhold credit time served, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Oliver, the state's or the county is offering you a withhold of adjudication of guilt and credit time served. Do you want to take that offer today?
Yes, sir.
All right, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Sir, you're here, and you can put your hand down. You're here in 2021 MM 2158AO for a violation of county ordinance. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. Punishable by 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you have an opportunity to review a plea form before coming to court today?
Yes.
Can you cover your nose for me? There you go. And do you understand that you're waiving all the rights in that plea form?
Correct.
The court did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea based on do you want to plead guilty or no contest in this case?
No contest.
All right, you understand by pleading no contest, you give up all the rights in the form, right? And the court did review the charging affidavit. I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. Accepts your plea of no contest, finds your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Withhold adjudication of guilt. Give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. The court cost prosecution in the case are 223 still, or 273? $273. I ordered those costs be paid directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. I'm not going to take any action on your 2020 CF 14458 AO case. Have a great day, sir. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Alan Dean Ron.
Mr. Ron, you're here in 2021 MM2174 AO on a charge of petty theft. Did review the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. State, is there an offer for Mr. Ron?
No, Your Honor, it's enhanceable.
All right. Since there is no offer, the court's going to stay your bond, in this case, an amount of $250. Condition of your bond, not possessing drugs or alcohol while valid prescription, and that you not return to the scene of the location, and not have any contact with any victims or witnesses in this case. All right, have a great day. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Have a great day, sir.
Danielle Thomas refused, Your Honor.
All right. State, is this one of the cases we're not going forward with?
At this time, I didn't have an offer on it, due to the potential co-defendants and potential,
Well, it's a possession of drug paraphernalia. Usually you guys been in the practice in the last few weeks of no information in these cases before I go through the whole process.
but due to the factual basis, I believe there's other charges that may be
Okay.
filed on, so I would just ask for an ROR on it.
All right. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent Ms. Thomas. Ms. George.
Will waive, Your Honor.
Let me check one thing. Don't know what she qualifies for an ROR. Real correctly. Yeah, that was 7 failures to appear. I did find probable cause for her arrest in 2021 MM2168 AO. Still, I'll set her bond amount of $250. Not possessing any drugs or alcohol without valid prescription. I'll reappoint the public defender. I'm not taking any action on the out-of-bond cases. All right, I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Thompson.
Will waive, Your Honor.
All right, in 2021 MM2161 AO, the court did find probable cause for his arrest. Going to release him on mental health pretrial release in this case. If he does not qualify, he can be released on a bond amount of $250. No return to the scene of the location. I'm not going to take any action on this 2021 MM2002 AO case. All right. And we have Wilson as last person. All right, it's 2021 MM2155 AO. Mr. Wilson, I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent him.
Your Honor, will waive.
All right, also, they reviewed the charging affidavit in 2021 MM2155 AO. They found probable cause for his arrest on the charge of trespass after warning. Going to release him on mental health pretrial release in this case. He does not qualify for that. Going to set his bond amount of $250, no return to the scene. And not taking any action on his other out on bond trespass cases. No, mental health PTR. If he does not qualify, then his bond will be released on a bond of $250. No return to the scene. That ends my session. I'll get Judge Gibson up here for you guys.
All right, we are back on the record.
Moment, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Theodore Leal, interpreter has been previously sworn.
Wonderful. If you could connect to the headset and ask if he can hear you.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Sí.
Connected, Your Honor.
Please tell me your name.
Alessandro Barrio.
Alessandro Berrios.
In 21 CF 3566, you're here charged with criminal mischief and burglary to an unoccupied structure. I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond will be $150 on count 1, $3,500 on count 2. You're not allowed to return to the scene. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim or any witnesses in the case. You're not allowed to possess or consume illegal substances. And as to case 20 CF 4384AO, I show that you're out on bond on charges of possession of a controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. At this time, I'm revoking that bond. Good luck, sir.
Your Honor, we would ask that you set a higher bond if you're going to revoke. From the notes I saw, he was going to actually resolve the case. At one point, I see the offer that was in the court file if he could not do pretrial diversion, and he's employed full-time. Because this is the out on bond charge is a nonviolent offense, and it's a drug paraphernalia and controlled substance charge. We would just ask that if you are going to revoke, you revoke and set a higher bond. I don't show any failures to appear in his history.
Your Honor, he did accept PTD Level 2 back in November and has made no progress on the PTD Level 2. The ASA assigned to that case has followed up on it on the 4th to figure out if he completed any of the conditions that he needed to complete. I don't believe any headway has been made on it. So if you are inclined to revoke, I also just ask that you set a new bond to keep this case moving.
Based on his history and the facts of the new law violation, I am not inclined to do that. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Joel Lopez Morales.
Morales.
One more time.
Joel Morales.
Joel Lopez Morales. Lopez Morales.
Oh, Lopez Morales, Your Honor. Lopez.
Yes, thank you. In 21 CF 3617AO, you're here charged with possession of MDMA and possession of drug paraphernalia. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your bond is $1,000 on count 1, $100 on count 2. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances. You're not allowed to have any contact with any known drug dealers. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Juan Carlos Matías Orozco.
Juan Carlos Macías Orozco.
21 CF 3574AO. You're here charged with sexual battery on a child aged 12 to 17 years by a person over 18 years of age. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I do find probable cause exists in this case. Does the state wish to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor, as this is a PBL, state would ask that you hold him no bond pending an R3 hearing.
It's a PBL and not a first-degree felony?
That was my understanding, Your Honor.
Ms. George, do you know?
Your Honor, I thought it was a PBO, but I'm gonna double check.
I can pull it up as well. It's not capital, Counselor.
It's a life offense, Your Honor.
It is? All right. At this time, you'll be held with no bond. However, even while in custody, you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what that means?
Yes.
You can't contact her on the phone. You can't send a message through a friend or a family member. You are also not allowed to have any contact with any of her family members. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck.
It's a first-degree felony, but punishable by life.
Okay. Please tell me your name.
Brian O'Neill, Diodones Cortés.
Brian O'Neill, Diodones Cortés.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in case number 18 CF 10296AO for violating your probation by refusing to submit to random testing as directed by the probation officer. At this time, there is no bond authorized on that warrant. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
César Corral.
César Corral.
Dígame, ¿usted es mi traductor?
You the interpreter?
I'm sorry, what?
Just was asking. No, the defendant was just asking this interpreter whether the interpreter was the assigned interpreter. That's all.
Yes. 20 MM 575AW. You're here because a capias was issued for your arrest for failing to appear for a pretrial conference date on a charge of petty theft. The bond is $500. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Good luck.
De hurto, de que son ordenadas.
Is this about a theft? I didn't quite understand that.
Yes. The capias says that you failed to appear for pretrial conference on January 11th, 2021.
Yo fui.
Excuse me.
Yo fui.
I did go.
Excuse me.
Fui, la corte estaba abierta. Me metí con el papel en la mano y una mujer me dijo, no lo podemos atender por el coronavirus.
I did go over there. The door was open. I went in, and a woman came out and said, "We cannot take care of your case because of the coronavirus."
I don't know anything about it, sir. The capias was issued by another judge. I can't change the other judge's capias, so you're going to have to talk to your attorney about it. But at this time, you do have a bond of $500. If you're able to post that, you can bond out.
Sí, claro. Yo soy un hombre, duermo en la calle. ¿De dónde voy a sacar $500?
Where am I going to get $500? I'm homeless. I live out in the streets.
Sir, I can't change another judge's capias. Your attorney will have to file a motion for that trial judge.
Sí, está bien. Yo quiero que la corte me asigne un abogado defensor porque no tengo para pagarle a un abogado.
Yes, that's what I want. I want for the court to assign a lawyer to me because I don't have any money to go and pay for my own lawyer.
I did that.
Bueno, gracias. Disculpe la molestia.
Good luck, sir.
Bother you.
Is that it for Spanish? Yes. I believe that's all we have today for you, sir. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Please tell me your name.
Cole Gagne.
A capias was issued for your arrest in 20 MM 352980 for failing to appear for trial on a charge of openly carrying a firearm. The bond amount is $2,000. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Your Honor, the state made an offer of a withhold of adjudication credit time served, cost of investigation of $124.68, to which my client would like to accept the state's offer here today.
What's the reason for the withhold, counselor?
Your Honor, that was the offer that the trial ASA previously conveyed back in 2020. And I don't have any other prior history for him, at least on my face sheet.
Raise your right hand, sir.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God? Thank you.
Your attorney just told the court that you wish to enter a plea today. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Did you have a chance to meet with your attorney, and did she explain all the rights you're giving up by entering this plea?
Yes.
Did you review the plea form?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Did you sign it? Do you have a pen for him? Thank you. Do you have any questions for me about the rights you're giving up by entering a plea today? You understand if you're on probation, this plea could violate that probation? Thank you. You understand if you're not a United States citizen, this plea could subject you to deportation? Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything in order to get you to enter this plea?
No.
At this time, how do you wish to plead to the charge of open carrying a firearm?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll withhold adjudication, give you credit for 4 days in jail. I'll order that you pay the cost of investigation of $124.68. I also have to order that you pay court costs. I'll give you 1 year to pay it. Do you understand? You have any questions for me? All right, good luck. You have 30 days to appeal in writing. Who's the cost of investigation?
It was
OPD, I'm sorry.
2 OPD.
You say that, but there's lots of O's. Orlando?
ORPD, yes, Orlando.
Okay. Please tell me your name.
Craig Joseph Bradshaw.
You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest for violating your probation by failing to report and enroll in probation within 24 hours of release.
Yes.
There is no bond authorized on this warrant. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Good luck, sir.
That's it?
Yes, sir.
I come from your state as well.
I can't hear you. Get close to the mic.
I am not from your state. I'm from the Virgin Islands, so my situation is pretty much the same in locating the places where I have to report. That was the trouble. Then you're calling.
So I understand what you're saying, but you're going to have to make that argument in front of the judge who issued that warrant. It's okay. I'm just explaining to you. Even if I agree with you today, I can't change that.
I just work in the city, man.
Make sure you talk to your attorney's office and they can file a motion in front of that judge.
When would that be?
That's between your attorney and the court. OP status. Ms. George, are you entering a denial?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll enter a denial. I'm sorry.
Division 50 DOP status, April 16th at 9 o'clock, courtroom 7C.
Why are you, did I miss this? I don't need that. Oh, sorry. Please tell me your name.
My name is Eric Dwayne Johnson.
21MO377, you're here with a charge of urinating in public.
Yes, ma'am.
There is probable cause. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Does the state have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, withhold credit time served.
Are you interested in accepting that offer today, sir?
What is it, ma'am?
A withhold of adjudication, credit time served.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I just accept that offer.
Did you have a chance to speak with him, Ms. George?
I did not speak to him, but I gave him the plea form to go over with him. I don't think I saw him personally.
I'm going to give you a minute to look at that plea form, sir, so you can read the rights that you're giving up by entering a plea today.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, he was given it early on, Your Honor,
Yeah, all
before
right.
court.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you understand the rights you're giving up?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Do you have any questions for the court about the rights?
No, ma'am.
If you can give him a pen so he can sign that.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Raise your right hand, please.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, sir, you told the court that you want to accept the state's offer today. Is that still correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you had a chance to read this form.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions for me about the rights? You understand if you're on probation, this plea could violate that?
I'm not on probation.
You understand if you're not a United States citizen, this plea could deport you?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
At this time, how do you wish to plead to the charge of urinating in public?
No contest?
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily made. I will withhold adjudication. I'll give you credit for the 2 days you've been in jail. I have to order that you pay court costs in this matter, but I'll give you a year to pay it. You understand?
Ma'am, absolutely. Thank
All right. Good luck, sir. You have 30 days to appeal in writing.
you. Do too as well. Well, that's great.
Refuse to attend, Your Honor.
21 CF 3575, I find his refusal a willing waiver of his appearance. There is probable cause for his arrest for possession of methamphetamine and possession of cocaine. Ms. George, I'll appoint your office to represent him.
Yes, Your Honor.
His bond is $1,000 on count 1, $150 on count 2. He's not allowed to possess or consume illegal substances or have contact with known drug dealers. At this time, I'm revoking his bond in 21 CF 2103 AO.
Locked, bonded.
Everybody's over here. I'm gonna run to the back.
Please tell me your name.
Kevin Alexander Clayton.
You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 CF 3340AO for robbery, sudden snatching, and petty theft. Another judge has already found probable cause. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your bond is $2,500 on count 1, $500 on count 2. You're not allowed to return to the scene or have any contact with the victim. Do you understand? You have to answer out loud. All right, good luck. Please tell me your name.
Jamal Clears.
21 CF 357980, you're here charged with possession of a concealed firearm by a convicted delinquent, possession of cannabis over 20 grams, possession of ammunition by a convicted delinquent, possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver, providing false identification to a law enforcement officer. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I do find probable cause exists in this case. I'm going to stay all your bonds at their current amounts. $5,000 on count 1, $150 on counts 2, 3, and 4, $100 on count 5. You're not allowed to possess or consume illegal substances. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. You're not allowed to have any contact with the co-defendants in this case. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck.
Coleman bonded, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please tell me your name.
Julie Dort.
21 CF 3598AO, you're here charged with possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond is $1,000 on count one, $100 on count two. You're not allowed to possess or consume illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand?
Yeah, you sure you get this right one?
Get really close to the microphone.
Are you sure you get the right one?
She also has another case for prostitution.
Right, she has 2 cases. Yes? Yes, ma'am, you have 2 arrests. You were arrested for prostitution, third or subsequent offense, and the possession of drugs.
Right.
In 21 CF 3631, the prostitution case, I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you in that one as well. There is probable cause. Your bond is $2,500. And at this time, I'm revoking your bond in 21 CF 125980 and 21 MM 9280. So you'll have to have your attorney file a motion in front of the trial judge, okay?
So I can't be bonded?
Right. Not at this time. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Prince Albert Hall.
21 CF 361980, you're here charged with possession of MDMA and possession of cocaine. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond will be $1,000 on count one, $150 on count two. You're not allowed to possess or consume illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
As to case number 21 CF 149980, I'm inclined to revoke it, Counselor.
Your Honor, I believe the state only filed on one charge, possession of ethanol. My client is employed part-time right now, Your Honor, and I show the last failure to appear he had was in 2010. And the last conviction he had was in 2016 for operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. So because of this, we would ask that you revoke and set a higher bond as opposed to revoking and setting him at no bond, thereby forcing him to lose his job and be held in here.
Where do you work, sir?
I detail cars, ma'am.
Hold on, look, get close to the microphone.
I detail cars, ma'am.
What says the state?
Your Honor, given that the offense, the possession of utilone and the new possession charges are both nonviolent offenses, and he has a relatively nonviolent history, most of it is drug-related history, and given his last failure to appear was 11 years ago, and his last conviction was 5 years ago, the state would just ask that you set a new bond.
Can the attorneys approach? Can you tell me why he doesn't qualify for pretrial release? It's what? Is there any way to change that? Can we put both cases on pretrial release or no? I can't hear you. Here's what I'm interested in doing, sir. I'm inclined to revoke your bond and hold you at no bond, because after you bonded out for possession of a controlled substance, you were arrested for possessing more controlled substances. However, I'm going to have you screened for pretrial release and place you on pretrial release in all of your cases. But you understand that as a condition of that release, I'm going to order that you're not allowed to possess or consume illegal substances, and you'll be subject to random drug screens. So you understand that if you do drugs one more time and you get arrested, you'll come back and be held at no bond.
Your Honor, just to clarify, regarding the case he's in front of Your Honor today, you say the bond's at 1,000 and 150. Are you doing
No.
PTR and bond or just PTR?
No, just pretrial release. In all of both of the cases, I'm going to revoke his bond and place him on pretrial release in the out on bond case. And in this case, I'm changing the bond amounts to pretrial release. But you understand, sir, you can't come back. All right, good luck. What? Yes. Yes. Please tell me your name.
Jeffrey, excuse me, Jeffrey Lampkin, ma'am.
21 CF 3607. You're here charged with driving while your license is canceled, suspended, or revoked as a habitual offender. There is probable cause in this case. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Can the state tell me why his license was suspended?
I don't have his driver's,
Okay, you don't have
history,
it.
Your Honor.
All right. Your bond is $2,500. You can't drive without a license. You understand that? Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Rob Loker.
21 CF 361180. You're here charged with possession of Xanax, possession of heroin, possession of drug paraphernalia. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond is $1,000 on count 1, $150 on count 2, $100 on count 3. You're not allowed to possess or consume illegal substances, have contact with known drug dealers, or have any contact with the co-defendants in this case, Mark Jarrell and Krista Williamson. Do you understand? At this time, I'll take no action in your out on bond case. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Chip,
What's your full name?
Robert Martin.
21 CF 3621, you're charged with possession of methamphetamine, possession of cannabis under 20 grams, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond is $2,000 on count 1, $100 on count 2, and $100 on count 3. You're not allowed to possess or consume illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Talia Ojeda.
21 CF 360680, you're here charged with 2 counts of neglect of a child and giving false information to a law enforcement officer during the investigation. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Did you want to be heard, Ms. George?
Yes, Your Honor. On this case, I read it over and over again, and I was reading it again. I don't see any PC for the neglect of a child.
What says the state?
Your Honor, I would argue at least for one count of the neglect of the child. I believe that charge is stemming from the large amount of suspected cannabis on the bathroom floor within the same bedroom that was also in plain view of the child. I believe that is where at least one of the neglect of a child charges is stemming from. So I would argue that there is PC for at least one count of neglect of a child for the large amount of cannabis on the floor within reach of a child.
I think you're right, that's where it comes from, but
Let me pull this back.
I'm wondering about, where does it tell me the age of the children? I mean, a crib obviously insinuates a very young child, but did you see that in there?
No, Your Honor, I don't believe.
I don't remember seeing it. I think that you're right, Madam Prosecutor, and I am inclined to agree with you on that, but I think at this point, what I'll do is give you 24 hours to submit additional information, because I think you're missing a couple things.
Yes, Your Honor.
So for now, ma'am, even while you're in custody, you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim.
Your Honor, and I would just, I don't know, and maybe I'm missing it, and you can help me out, but it's saying that neglect of a child means a caregiver's failure or omission to provide a child with care, supervision services necessary to maintain the child's physical and mental health, including but not limited to food, nutrition, clothing, shelter, supervision, medicine, medical services, that a prudent person would consider essential. So again, our argument is that there is no PC for the neglect of a child, understanding the state is given 24 hours for the second charge.
Let me ask you, are you saying that even if within the next 24 hours, the state submits additional information that says, for instance, this is an example, the child is 2 and there's cannabis in the child's crib, that's not sufficient?
Oh, no, Your Honor, my argument was that I still didn't see it even with the cannabis being on the floor for neglect of a child. But I know the state is given 24 hours, so we'll just wait till tomorrow.
Okay, all right, thank you. I just want to make sure that we have it correct, and I anticipated your thoughts today because I had some of the same. So we're going to give them 24 hours to come up with additional information. All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow, ma'am. I should clarify, I'm not revoking that bond. It's still there if she wants to bond out. Can you bring her back really fast? I don't want her to think she can't bond out. Put stayed and reset, because if she does post the bond, she can get out. I'm not telling her she can't. Ma'am, I just want to clarify for you what we're doing here. You have a bond that's already set. I'm staying it at that amount, so I think it's $2,000 and, oh, hold on. It's $1,000, $150, and $100. I'm not changing that at this time. So if you want to post that and you're able to post it, you can still bond out before tomorrow.
I don't know, like, how to, like, is it like 1,250?
Yes,
Like, that's the amount?
yes.
Okay, it's not like 10% or anything?
I don't, that's between you and a bondsman. I don't have any
I don't know how.
input into how bond how you're going to bond out. But I'm just telling you that I'm not revoking those bond amounts for you, but I'm giving the state 24 hours to come up with some additional information to make a probable cause determination. So if you want to post that bond and you're able to, and you leave, you can do that. I didn't want you to think you couldn't.
Tomorrow, then I have to come back?
No.
No, if you're out of custody, you won't come back. But if you're still here at the jail, they'll bring you back tomorrow.
Okay, so I call a bonds person?
That's up to you. I have no input into that.
Yes.
Okay.
Talk to your attorney. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Richard Ortega.
21 CF 3614. You're charged with aggravated assault with a firearm. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. I don't know how this charge qualifies for pretrial release.
Your Honor,
What says the state?
Your Honor, given the nature of the charge, and that the facts of him pulling a gun and putting it in their faces and making the comments that he did, even if he does qualify for pretrial release, I would just ask if you are inclined to put him on pretrial, you can make it bond and pretrial.
Your Honor,
George?
we would just argue that if you look, it seems that my client has been unemployed due to COVID-19, and he does qualify. He has no criminal history from what I'm seeing, and no failures to appear, Your Honor. So because of that, we would just ask that you place him on pretrial release. If he does anything, he's going to be brought back here and held at no bond.
I thought he was working in the probable cause affidavit. Aren't the facts that he was working?
No, he pointed the gun at the workers.
Oh, at the workers?
Yes, Your Honor.
And his wife, I believe, had a squabble with them.
That's
He went
right.
inside, retrieved the firearm, and came back out. So it shows a level of thinking to go retrieve the gun instead of just de-escalating the situation. So I'm concerned regarding victim safety, since the victims do work at the home or complex that this occurred at.
Sir, I see that you have no criminal history. But this is a very serious charge, and there is probable cause. What I'm going to do is place you on pretrial release with an additional monetary bond, but I'm going to make it lower. It's $2,500. At this time, I'm going to order that you're not allowed to return to this apartment complex. So is that where you live?
Yeah, that's where I live with my wife.
You can't at this time. You're going to have to find another place. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. I will allow you one-time return here to gather your belongings, but you need to do that with law enforcement. I'm not ordering you not to have contact with your wife. You can have contact with your wife, but you can't live here because all of the victims live there or work there.
We're moving in 2 weeks.
Okay. But in the meantime, in this 2 weeks, you can't live there.
Okay, that's fine.
All right? You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition, and you're not allowed to have contact with any of the victims or witnesses in the case other than your wife. I'm allowing you to have contact with your wife. So you understand you can't contact any of the workers who were there or any of the other residents who witnessed this. You can't talk to them about it. You understand?
That's fine. I wasn't trying to have contact with them to begin with.
I believe you, but I have to tell you that, and if you do and they call the police, you'll be rearrested.
Completely clear.
All right. Any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Freddie Owens.
A capias was issued for your arrest in 19 CF 12120AO for failing to appear for a status hearing on a petty theft with 2 prior theft convictions. There is no bond authorized on this capias. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Yes, sir.
Can I say something, ma'am?
Yes.
I would not talk about the facts of the case. Just don't talk about the facts. They can be used against you at a later date, okay?
Now, the reason why I couldn't appear in court because
I would not talk about.
So let me explain what we're doing here today. I'm just advising you of the charges, but this capias was issued by another judge. I can't change it. So if you want to give an explanation for why you failed to appear, you need to tell your attorney that, and they need to file a motion in front of that judge. I can't change this today. So even if you give me the reason that you were in the hospital, I can't change it. You understand? So that's why your attorney is advising you not to talk about the facts, because it won't change anything today, and everything you're saying is being recorded and can be used against you later. You understand?
I have no bond.
No, sir. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Jorge Luis Roque Martinez.
Case 18-02752 is a violation of probation out of Osceola County. There is no bond authorized on that, and we'll notify them that you're here. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. In 21 CF 3590, you're charged with possession of cocaine and possession of cannabis. Your bond is, there is probable cause. Your bond is $1,000 on count one, $100 on count two. I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're not allowed to possess or consume illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand? Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Leroy Christopher Quinton Royal IV.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 CF 3594, charging you with possession of a controlled substance. The bond authorized on that warrant is $1,500. You're not allowed to possess or consume drugs, alcohol, or any other controlled substance without a prescription. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Ms. Darrell Tate.
21 CF 357680. You're here charged with, thank you, battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting an officer with violence, resisting an officer without violence, and disorderly conduct. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you in this case. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists. Count one, your bond will be $5,000. Count two, it'll be $150. Count three and four, $100 each. At this time, I'm revoking your bond in 21 CF 3534AO. That was 2 days ago?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe it was, yes, yesterday, the 29th.
Good luck, sir. Oh, I'm revoking your pretrial release. That's what it is, not bond.
And setting it at zero?
I'm sorry?
Setting bond at zero?
Yes.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Tyrone Xavier Thomas.
21 CF 3613AO, you're charged with robbery, sudden snatching. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond will be $2,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You're also not allowed to return to the Coalition for the Homeless at 18 North Terry Avenue. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. And as to 21 CF 3151AO, I'm revoking your bond at this time. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Stephanie Waterman.
In 21 MM 2170, you're charged with prostitution. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your bond is $500. In 21 CF 3609, you're charged with possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. I'll appoint the public defender's office in that case as well. Your bond is $1,000 on count one, $100 on count two. You're not allowed to possess or consume illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. What says the state as to her out of bond case?
1 second, Your Honor, I want to check to make sure it's been filed on.
Your Honor. you-
Yes, ma'am.
Bond on count one, sorry, I didn't hear.
I'm sorry, what?
The bond on count one.
1,000. I stayed them all.
Hold on.
Out on bond for drugs and she gets arrested for drugs.
Yes, Your Honor, I just pulled up that case number in our system, and it came to a different defendant, so I just wanted to make sure.
It's an Osceola County case.
Okay. State would ask that you revoke and set a new bond. She is sitting on nonviolent offenses and has no failure priors to appear, and all her arrest history is nonviolent.
I'm going to take no action on that at this time. Good luck, ma'am.
Your Honor, Welch is mental health. Welch.
Thank you. 21 CF 3633, prostitution. There is probable cause. I'm going to appoint your office, Ms. George.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
I'll stay the bond at $2,500. And at this time, I'm not going to revoke her out of bond case based on the potential for mental health issues. Please tell me your name. 21 CF 364980, you're here charged with prostitution, third or subsequent offense. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond is $2,500. I'll order that you're not allowed to return to Oasis Liquor. Good luck.
Williams refused court, Your Honor.
21 CF 3634. I'll find her refusal a willing waiver of her appearance today in court. There is probable cause for the charge of prostitution, third or subsequent offense. Her bond is $2,500. I'll order she's not allowed to return to, never mind.
I believe it was just
It's a street corner. But I am going to revoke her bond in both of her out on bond cases. I'll appoint the public defender's office in this case. Ma'am, please tell me your name. (21 CF 3610AO), you're here charged with possession of fentanyl and possession of drug paraphernalia. There is probable cause in this case. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond will be $1,000 on count one, $100 on count two. You're not allowed to possess or consume illegal substances, have contact with known drug dealers, or have any contact with Mark Gerald or Rob Loker. Do you understand? Good luck.
Good morning, Ms. Gibson.
Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Yasmate Adams.
Good afternoon. I'm sorry, it's not morning.
Yes, ma'am.
19 CF 17103AO, you're here for a probation violation.
Yes, ma'am.
There's no bond authorized on that. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Yes, ma'am.
I have that, Counselor, he's a violent felony offender of special concern.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Please tell me your name.
Jose Manuel Perez.
You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest in 19 CF 10503AO for violating your probation by failing to live without violating any law by being arrested for battery, domestic violence on March 19th, 2021. and having hostile or violent contact with the victim or the victim's family member on March 19th, 2021, and failing to complete a batterer's intervention program or signing up within 30 days. There is no bond authorized on that warrant. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Yelisa Acevedo.
What's your last name?
Acevedo.
You're here in 20 CF 2707 for a warrant from Alachua County for failing to appear on a charge of burglary. Your bond is $20,000. Grand theft, your bond is $20,000. Vehicle theft, grand theft of a motor vehicle, your bond is $20,000. We'll notify them that you're here, but if you're able to post that bond, you have a bond.
Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to fix it with my, with Nate Spellbond. I paid him for this because he didn't tell me when I had to go to court. And I don't know how I got a warrant.
It says that you failed to appear for court, so
I
you'll
know, I
have to
was there
address
that
that
day.
with the court up in Alachua.
All right, thank you.
Good luck, ma'am. Please tell me your name.
Ryan Dawson.
You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest out of Polk County in case number 0071034 for failing to appear for a plea on a charge of driving while license suspended. The bond authorized on that is $2,000. We'll notify them that you're here, but you have a bond if you want to post that, or if you're able to, you can bond out. I'm not going to take any action on his out on bond case. Yes, sir. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Lassie Green.
You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest out of Osceola County in 19 CF 42 for 3 counts of violating probation. 2 of those counts are you're on probation for fraudulent use of personal identification information, and then 1 count of organized fraud. There is no bond authorized on that warrant. We'll notify them you're here, and I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. Counselor, I have a note that she's a violent felony offender of special concern.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck. Please tell me your name.
Jeremy Gillo.
You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest out of Brevard County in case 20 CF 25541 for violating drug offender probation. There is no bond authorized on that. We'll notify Brevard County that you're here, and I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. Good luck.
How you doing?
Good. Please tell me your name.
Timothy Hamilton.
All right, you're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest out of Volusia County in case number 21222154 for domestic violence battery. There's no bond authorized on that warrant. We'll notify them that you're here, and I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. In 2021222152, a warrant was issued for your arrest.
Let me see.
Also out of Volusia County for violating probation on a charge of improper exhibition of a dangerous weapon.
Judge, can I ask you a question? Can I?
Yes.
I'm from Orlando. Can I switch it just from Volusia to Orlando? I'm really from Orlando.
No, that's not the way it works. So if you're in wherever you are when a crime allegedly is committed, that's the court that has jurisdiction over you. So in this case, the crimes allegedly were committed in Volusia County, so that's the court that has jurisdiction. So Orange County doesn't have jurisdiction over you for these things, Volusia County does.
I can't get no bond or nothing.
No, I can't change it because it's an out-of-county warrant, but I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you, and we'll notify them that you're here, so they can come and get you, or your attorney can file a motion.
Your Honor, on the battery, because I know they automatically come out as no bond. Are you supposed to set one on this one, on the battery, domestic violence?
It says VOP reference domestic violence battery,
okay.
so I think it's also a violation of probation,
That makes sense.
and I don't think I can change any of those, but thank you for, I know what you were thinking.
Okay.
So it's 0 on both, Your Honor?
Yes. Good luck, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please tell me your name.
Jermaine Hendricks.
You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest out of Seminole County in 21454 CT for failing to appear on a charge of operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license or while your driver's license was suspended. The bond authorized on that warrant is $995. We'll notify them that you're here, but you have a bond. If you're able to post it, you can bond out.
I was aware of that yesterday. I don't know why I wasn't able to release yesterday.
You posted your bond?
Yeah, I was aware of that since yesterday.
I'm not sure I understand what you're saying.
So basically my question is, I can be released from this prison, this jail cell, right? Or do I have to go to Seminole County first? Because
No.
that's what I was told yesterday, or why I couldn't bond out
No, you can bond out.
from here.
As long as there's a bond, you can bond out if you post it from this jail, yes.
Okay, and also I can leave myself, right? Like I don't need someone to come and sign me out
For what?
to get out of here. Like I can leave myself. I can leave myself.
You have to leave your mask on. You can bond out, if you post the bond, or if
Right.
someone posts it for you,
Right.
you can bond out.
I can just leave.
Yes.
Yes. You'll be released. All right, good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Robert Hoskins.
You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest out of Leon County in 18 CF 2789, charging you with attempted first-degree felony murder, burglary of a dwelling armed with a firearm, armed robbery with a firearm, aggravated battery with a firearm, aggravated battery with a firearm. There is no bond on all of those charges. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. We'll notify Leon County that you're here so that they can come and transport you.
And how long do Leon County have to come get me? Because I bonded out of Orange County already last week. Like 2 weeks ago, I bonded out.
Is that for the possession of firearm by convicted felon?
Yes, ma'am.
So it just depends. Coronavirus has changed a lot of things. So I can't tell you exactly when they're coming to get you, but I do believe Leon County is one of the ones that's transporting, so they will come and get you.
Do they have a time limit to come get me or no?
Not really now, because of COVID-19. Yeah, no action. Because he bonded out. Yeah, that's the one he bonded out on. Please tell me your name.
Hi, Catalina Quintero.
You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest out of Osceola County in 20 CF 3741 for battery on a failing to appear for arraignment on battery on a law enforcement officer and resisting an officer with violence. There's no bond authorized on that warrant. We'll notify them that you're here, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Stephon Solomon.
You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest out of Polk County in case 0071050 for failing to appear for arraignment on a charge of driving while license suspended. Your bond is $250. Hold on a minute. Looks like you have more than one. I can't tell what that says. Your bond is $250 on that charge.
Yeah, he told me the guard said I should better pay like 100.
Wait, look, get closer to the microphone.
The guard said I should be able to pay like 100.
No, the bond is $250. Now, I don't know about a bondsman, that's between you and a bondsman.
Oh, okay. I thought you was.
Yeah, I don't think people know I'm the judge.
I thought
I'm the
we were
judge.
talking.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Okay.
I'm the one talking to you. That's between you and a bondsman if it's not a cash bond, but it's $250 is the bond that's authorized. So if you want to bond out and you can post it, you can bond out. You don't have to wait for them to come and get you. But I don't know
How would I post it?
about these other out-of-county charges. It looks like he has another case pending.
He'll be seen again tomorrow. He has some add-on charges.
Oh, we'll see him tomorrow. I don't think you're bonding out.
See me tomorrow. Nobody said that. They said I can pay that 250 or the 100 and leave.
But you have other charges that are coming tomorrow.
What charges?
I don't know, they're coming tomorrow. So what that means is, even if you post the bond, you'll be held.
I don't have any other charges though.
Yeah, they're about to.
You do,
From what though?
I don't know yet.
Okay. But I can post that bond though, right?
You can, but what I'm telling you is if you post the bond today and there are additional charges, they'll hold you, so you won't be released. All right, good luck. Please tell me your name.
James Smith, Your Honor.
A warrant was issued for your arrest out of Columbia County in case 18332CF for violating your probation on a charge of possession of cannabis more than 20 grams. There's no bond authorized on that warrant. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. They all look over there. I don't know why. Please tell me your name. In case 1313268, you're here charged with a violation of probation, violating it by being arrested for a new law violation of aggravated assault, domestic violence in Orange County, Florida. Looks like this is out of Volusia County. There is no bond. We'll notify them that you're here. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Trey Tillman.
You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest out of Polk County in 0069980 for battery on a pregnant victim. There's no bond authorized on that charge. Criminal mischief. It looks like there is a bond on that. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, $250 is the bond. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and we'll notify Polk County that you're here. In the meantime, you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand? Good luck, sir. Oh, is this Creole?
Real.
Sir, you don't understand English? You need an interpreter? Over here. You need an interpreter? Oh, do I hit teleconference? This is Judge Gibson. Can you hear me?
Yes, Judge. This is the interpreter.
Has the interpreter been sworn?
No, not yet, no.
Please raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly
Yes, I
swear
do.
to translate from Haitian Creole to English, from English to Haitian Creole to the best of your ability?
I swear to do so, yes.
Thank you. Can you state your name for the record?
My name is Michael. My sound is keep on repeating itself. Okay, my name is Michael. My ID number is 111427.
All right, we have one individual in need of your services today. This is case 21MM2175. Please ask him to tell me his name.
Ok, moun ki ap tande ya, nap mande pou di nou ki jon rele, s'il vous plaît.
Jackson Pierre.
I don't think he can hear.
I don't know.
Please ask him to
I don't know
get
if
close
I
to the
can hear me.
microphone.
Jackson
Ok,
Pierre.
moun ki ap tande ya pale kriol la, avanse pi pri lan telefon la pou m katande, ou m pa katande vwa, s'il vous plaît.
Jackson Pierre.
Ok, it's Jackson Pierre.
Sir, you're here charged with solicitation for prostitution.
Ok, monsieur, nou ble fò konen ke rezon ki fè ou la jodi ya la, se paske ou te fè sollicitasyon pou a fè prostitusyon.
Oui.
Yes.
There is probable cause in this case. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Ok, nou diyo ke genyen on koz ki probable diyo, nou pral désigner un avocat qui pou défendre, un avocat public qui pou défendre.
Your bond is $500.
Ok, nou diyo kon sa ke l'ajan ke mande pou paye pou bon, c'est $500.
You're not allowed to have any contact with Danielle Thomas.
Ou pa suppose pre aucun kontak avek moun yo ele Daniel Thomas.
Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No return to the area,
Man-
Your Honor.
Mande si pa yon lot kondisyon, li repon non.
Comment?
Do you live near 4119 South Orange Blossom Trail, Orlando, Florida?
Est-ce qu'on habite tout près avec adresse que 4119 Town Trail, Orlando, Florida?
Oui.
Yes.
Then Counselor, I'm not going to order him not to return if he lives close by there because I think that's just setting up a problem.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good luck, sir.
On nous souhaite bonne chance, monsieur.
Yes. I believe that's all we have for the interpreter. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thanks for using our services.
Is there anything further before court is adjourned for the day?
None from the state.
Thank you.